World leaders began to arrive in Havana on November 28th to join the Cuban people in paying their respects to Comandante Elgere Fidel Castro Ruz. Among the leaders were Ralph Gonsalves, Prime Minister of St. Vincent and the Grenadines. Speaking in Havana, Gonsalves said Fidel was his comrade and friend and that his presence will endure in the Caribbean, Latin America and the world, adding that 90% of the world's inhabitants are in mourning. Speaking on national radio here in St. Vincent following the news of Castro's death, PM Gonsalves stated that this country, St. Vincent and the Grenadines, will honor Fidel's appropriately during his immediate period of mourning and thereafter. According to the Searchlight newspaper, popular tour operator Monroe Daddy Peters of Daddy Tours is the Ministry of Tourism Stakeholder of the Year for 2016. Last Saturday, November 26, Peters and a number of other stakeholders were recognized for their contribution to the local tourism industry during the Ministry of Tourism's and St. Vincent and the Grenadines Tourism Authority's 2016 awards ceremony. Held at the French Verandan Villa, the ceremony sought to award the various stakeholders in the tourism industry in St. Vincent and the Grenadines. Trade unionist Noel Jackson says that the workers who were made redundant when KFC was closed down and the franchise taken away from Ken Boye have not been paid for the last 2 years. Jackson said the workers were not part of any trade union, and he claimed this happened because of the efforts to have the workers unionized was blocked by the former managing director Luc Boye. The company that operated KFC went into receivership, and the receivers sold one of the company's buildings, and according to law, the workers should have been the first to receive money, but this never happened. The St. Vincent Girls High School created history for St. Vincent and the Grenadines by topping the region in the 2016 CSEC Theatre Arts examination. Natalia Gill was the best performing student in the region, with one other GHS student, Michaela McDonald, after finishing in the region's top 10 in 7th place. The GHS was the first secondary school in SVG to begin preparations for theatre arts as a CSEC subject in 2009, with the first batch of students writing the examination in the GHS centenary year 2011. A release from the school said this feat had its challenges and this particular subject area was new to the curriculum. Police are in search of a Vincentian male suspect following an apparent domestic incident at a residence in the Crabble area of East End last night, November 28th, where a woman received severe wounds to her arms and body. Wanted is Renald Leslie Peaches, 51, a native of St. Vincent, resident of Spring Gut. He is known by the nickname Vince. As reported earlier, a woman was rushed to the Peebles Hospital with severe injuries last evening, November 28, 2016, in what appeared to have been a domestic dispute. Anyone who has seen and knows the whereabouts of Peters is asked to call the RVIPF 3-digit access number 311 or give this information at any police station around the island. The female victim, who is being treated at Peebles Hospital, is said to be in critical but stable condition. The Roman Catholic Diocese of Kingstown has found a partner, and it seems that relationship will outlast any season. The companion is the St. Vincent Electricity Services, VINLEC. Thornley Myers, Chief Executive Officer of the utility company, pledged his institution's commitment to enhancing the New Rose Place location and outreach of the RC Loaves and Fishes Soup Kitchen. Loaves and Fishes Soup Kitchen, which operated out of the garage of St. Mary's RC Presbytery, was formally relocated, and dedication of its New Rose Place location last week, Thursday, November 17th. All students and teachers of the St. Vincent Grammar School are asked to note that due to the disruption caused by the weather, the Term 1 examination timetable has been adjusted. All remaining exams will now be put back 1 day from the original date scheduled. For example, the exam scheduled for Tuesday 29th of November will be done on Wednesday 30th of November, and so on. These changes will apply unless adverse conditions demand further adjustments. The Ministry of Economic Planning, Sustainable Development, Industry, Information and Labor, in collaboration with the Ministry of Education, National Reconciliation and Ecclesiastical Affairs, and in partnership with the International Telecommunication Union, will be hosting the Caribbean Cyber Security Workshop. The workshop will take place on December 15th and 16th, 2016 at the Methodist Church Hall, Kingstown, from 8:30 a.m. daily. The primary purpose of this workshop is to provide educators, parents, and guardians with interactive sessions on the theme, The Role of Education in Cybersecurity, Developing Digital Citizenship. Sergeant Randerson Quao, whose parents live in St. Vincent and the Grenadines, and Corporal Darren Lewis from Chateaubriand were recently honored by the British Army with the presentation of the Long Service and Good Conduct Medal, an award from the Queen for 15 years irreproachable military service. The medals were presented by Lieutenant Colonel M. Stewart, MBE, and commanding officer of their unit. Both soldiers, who did not know each other previously, were on the same flight when they were first listed into the British Army and went through basic training together before joining different units. By sheer circumstance, Sergeant Quao and Corporal Lewis, who had not seen each other since they left basic training, both received the LS and GC medal at the same presentation. The Eastern Caribbean Group of Companies ECGC, in collaboration with the University of the West Indies Open Campus, St. Vincent and the Grenadines, will officially hand over bursaries to 2 Open Campus students on Thursday, December 1st at 3 o'clock p.m. The ceremony will be held at the conference room of the Open Campus and will be addressed by Mrs. Monica Brown, Program Officer of the Open Campus, and Mr. Osmond Davies, CEO of the Eastern Caribbean Group of Companies. The awardees are Mrs. Suzanne Charles, B.SC Social Work, and Mrs. Chantal Solin, B.SC Management Studies Entrepreneurship. Sports is up next.